Well, I come on here this evening and say that I would be talking in this very low voice tonight because I'm still sick and miserable. Posted something on Tuesday about how I felt. It's currently Friday night as I record this. Went back into work Wednesday and Thursday with a mask on. Couldn't do very well because my sinuses and cough had just gotten worse. Even to the point that yesterday I kind of had a little passing out spell while working, or not exactly that, but did just get a little bit dizzy and short of breath while trying to work, just because of just how stuffed up and I've felt, and how it's just been kind of hard to breathe. And so come on tonight just to let y'all get an update as to why today I had to call in because I was sick, and there's really not much you can do when you're sick like I've been these days, and not much you can do as far as a video. But one thing I'd like to show is that I've finished up a couple of little nativity ornaments. It was years ago, whenever I was sewing teddy bears or angels or whatever out of this Turkish walnut, that I came up with these leftover sides that I glued together and kind of made into what I burnt little stars and barns and Mary and Joseph and a manger on to make a little nativity ornament, as you see here. There's kind of, it was years ago that I did that work, but just today, or the past few days, I finally put these hooks into them and put the little slogan and stuff on the back, just kind of getting them a little finished. Didn't know what I'd be doing with those two little nativity pieces for such a long time, but finally did come up with a little solution to use them for, and it came in handy. I do also want to mention that as of this time, things have just gotten, like I said, I've started feeling worse. And so it's been really hard to do much work or concentrate on much, let alone try to do it in front of the camera to show you all. Really haven't been able to go out at all because I'll tell you the truth is that I've been too sick to be in a lot of places. And moreover, it's like with my employer, you know, if you call in sick, they don't expect to see you anywhere else when you're not at work. So that's just kind of how we handled that a little well. And just have to say that it's just a little time where, like I say, been coughing all day. I can't stress you all the details. It'd be a little TMI to tell it all to you. So I've managed this day to get through things. Even just a yawn causes me to cough. So that's been a little issue lately. Kind of hard enough to stay energized. Not much I've been able to eat, because it's been hard to eat when you kind of have these symptoms like I've had, and especially when your acid reflux kind of counteracts with whatever other sickness you have, that makes it even harder. So haven't been able to eat much, and haven't been able to have much to drink. I mean, I've probably had more water to help me stay hydrated, and probably some soda to help me feel better, maybe 1 cup of coffee today, but it's just kind of hard to manage when you're just as sick as I've been for these few days. Sometimes even lay in bed at night and have to kind of lay down and sleep with my mouth wide open so I can breathe. That's kind of the only way I can breathe, is through my mouth. And sometimes even then, sometimes in the night I just kind of wake up coughing, and that doesn't go too well either. It's really hard to manage and get enough sleep under these conditions too. I've already tested my temperature this morning. I'm not running a fever. A few days ago I took a COVID test and tested negative, so that pretty much went very well. Do have little things just to kind of say and do as far as how just some more work has to come along. Do hope to finish carving a few things, but I'll tell you all that next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, I have my show in Lancaster that I have to be set up for, and have one in Nicholasville the week after that. So all this caution and carefulness we have to take just to kind of make sure that we kind of keep things in line for ourselves, keep things in line for what we need and what we need to do and what it's going to be when we all get done. I say that this little coughing spell is kind of driving me a little crazy. Once or twice I've sped out on that little road out there, and thankfully sometimes I just have to be thankful I'm alive. Because I tell you, you know, so many things happen where, you know, get frustrated and in a hurry, and just kind of have to be thankful you made it through. And sometimes, just sometimes, it could just very well be that we make our little mistakes in life, and sometimes we just kind of learn that may not be our time just yet. So kind of have to take care of things the best we can, best ways we can. And I say, for all I'm working at, I'm just kind of getting real busy with the things that I do in life. Sometimes I say that there's little ways I have to do just to kind of make myself well and stay well. Just have a lot to say on here this evening, because just wanted to kind of come on here and kind of do something just to share a little with you all and talk to you all. If you're among my subscribers, I'd appreciate those of you who have a chance, if it so interests you, that you'd subscribe to this page, that you'd share the page, share some videos, try to interest some others in subscribing. I tell you all that some of this little pressure I felt in my ears and stuff is kind of probably coming from that little bit of cold or sinus inflammation as well. And all the stuff I've always seen over the years on all the Mucinex commercials, those little green characters they have on there, it was all just kind of funny in ways. Think about all the jokes I used to post to Facebook back in the days, back in like between, I'd say, 2012 to 2015, times like that. Things I'd get on there, say and do, just to kind of get a little funny now and then. And all the things that I've shared and said through the internet with many people, and so much more that we see, so much more that we say. Perhaps that sip of water I just took kind of softened my throat so I didn't have to cough when I yawned. So this is just a little time when we kind of go through little things and see what we have and what we do. Sometimes allergies can get a little worse sometimes, and it's just a time when I've been corresponding with my friends online and learning it's just been a time when a lot of us have been sick. many of us have been sick, and a lot of sickness has been going around. Could be just little things like that, kind of making us see where we come in each day we live, and all the best we could make out of our lives to make us see well and do well and hear well and feel well. Because I say, for one thing, it kind of gets a little disturbing just to kind of come across some of what you do when it comes to social media and the things people say, and when you kind of read your friends and what they post and some what you're finding out. Sometimes I say that things can get a little strange and awkward now and then, but you just seem to manage it real well. Sometimes little special things just happen in the lives of others, and things you can see that they do. Sometimes little things that happen good in life, they even say are things that might never happen again. Got to enjoy them and appreciate them for the times you have them, and for all they mean, and for all they do, because there's just a lot of stuff in life that you find out one day you're going to miss it when it's gone. So it's all of the things in life we just kind of have to appreciate enjoying while we have the chance, because they may not always be around. Friends will come and friends will go. That's one thing I've learned even well into my adult years. It's like sometimes the things in life will change for the better and change for the good, and sometimes I say when little things change in our lives, it kind of makes us so we just get so much better, and we just find other ways to succeed and achieve. Because sometimes the things that leave us in life are kind of the reason why we do better and see better and achieve better and accomplish better, because it's just kind of one of those things where there's a lot to learn in life before you become the same type of successful that somebody else might be, and sometimes the struggles in life kind of take their way to you. They kind of make it so you'll see brighter days. I would like to say more, and as I continue, just kind of go on to say that this video can last a little bit longer with more we have to share. And as of this scripture, Romans 8:28, I'd like to share there's really some meaning to that verse. You know, God makes all things work together for the good to those who love Him, to those who are called according to the purpose. And yes, one thing I kind of find out in life is it's not always our purpose, but always His purpose. And so it's almost like there was a few chapters down where you go into chapter 12, and at the beginning it says, offer yourselves as living sacrifices, holy and pleasable unto God, for this is your spiritual act of worship. Be no longer conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed through the renewing of your mind, so that you may be able to test and approve what His holy and pleasing will is. I say there's just a lot to know in Bible verses and scripture. I kind of did raps on them for years, and these days all these little stories I see on YouTube and online that tell all these stories from these different viewpoints, they really say a lot to me and really kind of calm me in the night and help me kind of get a little bit better relaxed, because you know, there's been a lot of persecutions in Bible times, and sometimes we even have little persecutions here, and in some parts of the world it's even worse. So that's why I just come on to say that I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all enjoyed being caught up with and being shared with, and I'd say that with all things I'm going to tell you more when I get back on in another time, and show you all and demonstrate how I do something. So take care and stay safe.